I don't know what else to say. You know what I mean? I was very objective the whole time. I wasn't picking sides, choosing sides. If you were really listening to the video and you guys were paying attention, you should see that I kept it real all the way. I didn't skip on nothing. I didn't give someone not their just due. I even let the mother know that I didn't understand what she was thinking. And here I go again, objectively, because that's what this is. Listen, if you guys pay attention to the different interviews I gave on Global Media Inc., go check out the channel Global Media Inc. Type it in. Go listen to my interview with them. That would tell you everything. It's hard hitting objectivism. It's not sitting there picking sides or calling people out. And here we go again. Now, it came out just that we seen she's going to pursue lawful action against them. She's going to pursue it again now that she's of age to make the decision. So what does that really mean for Charlamagne? Well, let's go through the basics, and I'm going to be objective. This one is honestly might be a little biased because what happened. I can't change what happened. But what I can do is put it out there in this way. Being the time in between it and the fact evidence was collected, yes, she does have a case in that sense. She'll be able to prove the point if she is violated. It's not that she did it the night of. She didn't wait time to do it. That's what you guys aren't understanding. She filed that paperwork with her mother as a minor right after it happened. We can't argue that point. But let me tell you what we can talk about, okay? There's going to be one way Charlamagne could disprove it all. Everybody's screaming, oh, DNA. I could sit here and say, oh, DNA doesn't matter because if he used a condom plus his anal, like I could go into detail like that. You know what I mean? And that would be heading her way. But let's go back the other way. What is it that's really going to clear the understanding of what it is? If he proves he was not present at the alleged time period between when this incident occurred to her or when this trauma was going on, he could prove he was not present in the room, in that area, he was doing something else, and there's some way he could show or bring some reasonable doubt to the situation in that factor, he'll be able to beat it. It's law. It's as objective as I am on this mic or this phone speaker, however you want to call it. You know what I mean? I don't get what you guys are actually coming out saying. I give point of views everybody can understand. I even go into detail with what investigators do when they're looking at criminals, how they're checking you out, what you do to get reasonable doubt. You don't remember that Jay-Z album? Y'all still tripping? You don't know how it works? See, you guys don't really listen. I don't hear the music. I listen to it. I listen to what it's saying. Same way I do with my affiliates, business affiliates, anyone. I listen to what they're saying. So I make use of what I hear to understand how I can apply it to me in my life. Learn to do that. The quicker you learn to do that, the faster you'll get out of law's dodge. The faster you'll be able to defend yourself in situations. You guys are just still rolling with the punches however it goes. There's a specific way things work. Now, her mom made the decision for her to back out. Now she's an adult. There's no statute of limitations in South Carolina. What don't you guys get? There's no statute of limitations. A crime occurs. It involves rape, any robbery, and a murder of some sort occurs, or a murder. There's no statute of limitations. That's what that means. It could be 30 years, 40 years. It could be 5 years later. If evidence is found that makes you the guilty party, you are held to it. That's all. That's what they're saying. She's well aware of that. That's what she's doing. Hip Hop DX released an article now declaring Jessica Reid is, along with her mother, is heading in to take offense for the situation that occurred. This is important because she's an adult now. Look, that doesn't mean they're not going to question the mother's judgment. That doesn't mean that. That's what I brought up. Go check out the video again. It clearly indicates that. It clearly tells people that they're going to be looking at that. What I'm adding to that, so people understand, and so that it's not, let's say, unclear to you, what I'm saying is the only way he'll be able to get past this situation is proving reasonable doubt in the situation. One of the ways would be him to say, hey, I wasn't even in the room. I had drove somewhere. He said, because look, he didn't say he left. He said he kind of asked guys what was going on when he entered whatever part of the scene afterwards, which means he could have been somewhere else. He could have been doing something else. He could have been, I don't know, drunk, dozed off in the bathroom when it happened. Who knows? DNA evidence, you said cleared him. Okay, there's many ways to block DNA objectively. It's not one way to deal with blocking DNA. There's many different ways, and that's what you guys don't really seem to understand. So when I'm spitting this, I'm spitting it to you from an objective point. I never told you she was innocent, he was innocent. We walked through the case and spoke about separate incidents that occurred when they occurred, period. It wasn't nothing saying, oh, did he do it? At the end, I even asked, is he guilty? Because the mom's decision-making from the start. I don't know what you guys are thinking, and this is grown men coming at me like this. Like, listen, okay? Learn to listen. Because one thing that I know y'all don't like is words put in y'all mouth. When you're not even understanding the words coming out of my mouth. Do I have to go back to some Rush Hour preview? They probably gonna hit me up for rights. Take the video because I said a Rush Hour line. Stop playing with me. You guys really don't seem to understand how this law thing works. While I'm sitting here, there's a cop with his lights on there. Now, he's about to get out. Was a traffic violation made? What was done? I'm not putting them on video because I don't want to give no shine time to a pig. But we know there's some type of issue and they're about to ask. They could be saying anything to the car, having any reason to do it, claiming traffic violation when nothing happened, making up a reason something happened. He look over here because it's all fat. You know what I mean? It's all types of things. Now I got this piece of trash looking over here at me making a video. You see how it works? You're not understanding. Objectivity is the key. Objectively, what pulls him from the situation to not be damned to evidence? There was some type of evidence that caused him to plea. I'm going to go ahead and say the only reason I could think of it, if I'm being biased, as you say, for Charlamagne, he brought alcohol for minors. Maybe he pleaded because she was drunk, he brought the alcohol. Period. What else, though? What else? Because there is evidence to show she faced some type of trauma. Who did it? Another game of who done it, except it's not a murder of a superstar. It's an issue, and it's dealing with a legit reason. Like this person over there could have been stopped because they had a nice car. And he was like, you were moving a little fast. It could be any reason. You guys aren't objective. That's the problem. Your objectivity is not there. You need to fix that. You need to fix that. You need to be objective about everything. I kept it way objective. There's no emotions except words being put in my mouth that I didn't say. So did you hear these words? Okay. And they were very biased for Charlamagne. That's not even how I planned to do the video. I planned to be very objective, but I was very biased. I even gave tips to his lawyer. How'd you like that? Gave tips to his lawyer. Now he has starting points to look into the case and say, this is legit, this isn't, this is the evidence, this is how we're going to fight it, period. That's how a lawyer looks at it. I'm sitting there trying to be objective, and you guys are sitting in the comments like, oh, you got something against him? How do I have something against a man I don't know? Go look at the stories. How many stories did I talk about like this? You guys need to watch the footprints instead of looking at one step and making full judgment on it. And that's the problem with a lot of people. That's the problem with a lot of mothers. Even more bias. Even more bias. You see, you guys don't really get it. You don't get how this works. You fully don't understand how I handle business, and that's the problem. You know, now the situation are rolling deep, and he pulled another cop up. Now, objectively, could be a purpose, could not be. Hello, how you doing? You look nice today. I gotta keep it real. You know what I mean? I don't understand what the problem is. They're probably plotting to do something because they seen this person a nice car, or he maybe leaned down and caught a whiff or something. Who knows? Objectively. But the court figures it out. See, the evidence she took that night, it gets figured out. There's no left and right and up and down. Like, what's the issue? You know what I mean? You guys need to learn to be more objective and figure out what's going on. Now, Charlamagne, one of the best, starts to doing anything to protect his stilo, to protect what he stands for, is him taking a step to prove objectively he either A, could have been somewhere else, B, he was not present during the scene of crime when the trauma was occurring, and time periods are taken with the evidence. Doesn't matter if there's no DNA. Any type of evidence still in there. From when she was drunk to when she was given the alleged thing to make her woozy, whatever she says. But he's not saying he was a part of any of it. That's why you guys need to listen. Those footprints are going to lead to what actually happened. He has to defend himself if Jessica Reid is taking a step to do something. It's about a defense. It's a defense case dealing with what actually happened, what's going to be done, what he was involved in, and whether or not he was present. If he was present, that alone holds him to the ground where he has to now answer for why he was present. This was occurring and he did nothing, even though something was happening to her. So you guys need to learn to be objective. You need to understand there's going to be more to this situation than that. Everybody thinks it's cut and dry. No. If she says something happened, the fact she's a minor, okay, and you picked her up, you're considered her responsible adult if you're over 21. That is a fact. In any place you go. In any place you go. Maybe he didn't get that. Maybe he did. But at the end of the day, understanding that and being able to add reasonable doubt to his situation is going to declare whether or not he could beat the case. That is clearly what a lawyer is going to do step by step, if they care about you. If you're paying them enough too. All rights reserved.